Prove to me that you're alive. Once again, it's like, keep saying this, but for real, man. Once again, it's like, you gotta excuse my voice is a little shut. I'm gonna light these candles and put it right here when the light goes out. But I was recording just now, so my voice is a little shut. Prove to me that you're alive. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. For all those that think that they are night owls and are the only ones that are up at this hour, rest assured that you're not the only soul like that. That I'm here with you. No matter where you may be, man. I'm trying to get some light. Like a little jungle behind me. So I wanted to do a video. Say hello to you guys and trying to keep the I don't want to say pattern because I'm scared of patterns. I don't like patterns, and nature was intended to be free from the very beginning and not part of any patterns. The only patterns that there are the patterns that we create and that we massively have created. But nevertheless, let me try to move a little bit so I can trying to get the light to go off, man. What's up with this light? Hold on a second. Maybe this would be better. This would be a little better. So I wanted to do a quick video called "What If?" Right? I mean, all of us ask ourselves, I'm sure, this question. I mean, at least we should ask ourselves that question, what if? But a lot of times we ask ourselves the wrong what if. A lot of times we think, what if I chose this college? How my life would have been then. What if I didn't marry my wife? How my life would have ended up being. What if I graduated high school? How would my life turn out? But this is not that kind of what if. This is a more fundamental yet way deeper what if. So today is September 21st, 2017. And all of us in a so-called conscious, in a so-called spiritual community, us more so woke human beings, not hybrids, we're kind of waiting for this day. We're waiting to see what's going to happen. And, last night I did a video talking about that, so I'm not going to get into that. But let's suppose, and let's say, what if this time Doomsday is really real on the Hollywood / biblical revelations kind of level? Just like we've seen in the movies, man. The Armageddon comes, another end of Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah of modern days. Meteors start flying, water starts overflowing our cities, and we scramble for our life. I mean, what if we have not even 2 more days to go? Would you be happy with the life you live? And I always, stress this, and I can't stress this enough in my videos and in my philosophy overall when I talk to people. Well, I'm trying to get the focus. But basically, all of us think we know this and we know that and we know what this life is all about and so on and so forth. And one question arises, man. How can you possibly know what this life is or know what's good for you if you don't even know what you are, let alone who you are? Y'all gotta excuse me, man. I'm trying to get this focused. And you obviously see that I don't do this, for views or to get, YouTube famous or something. I started this project and I do my music for the greater cause. I believe that this is my mission, to spread the word and to wake up as many people as I can and to really help the younger generation, man. To really give them a hand and start leading them towards a brighter future rather than, steadily making fun of their culture and so on. But what if 2 more days and that's it, kaput, man. We're out of here, we're gone. And once again, a lot of times, Eastern European macho people, my fellow men will, because I'm Eastern European, will try to poke fun at my choice of being a vegan. And I always go back to that question. How can you possibly know what you're supposed to eat or what's good for you if you don't even know what you are? I mean, how many of us can really say what we are? How can we possibly know what we're supposed to eat and what's good for us if we don't know what we are? And again, let alone who we are. Sun Tzu in The Art of War said, a general can conquer a field with 1,000 men, but if you haven't conquered yourself, you haven't conquered anything, or something in that nature. But it's very true, a lot of us, whenever we get into arguments with our loved ones or whatever, we start screaming that, well, this is the way I am and I can't change. Are you really that way? And that way only? Do you really know yourself? I mean, really? Again, I'm going to repeat this again and again. If you don't know what you are, how can you possibly know who you are? I mean, all we have is just this drawn up false image that our quote unquote advanced modern science has given us, man. And a lot of you that don't F with the Mandela Effect and you think you know a lot about your body and this and that, man, go check out the human anatomy. You're going to be shocked where the kidneys are located, where the liver is located, where the heart is located, man. So, if you literally think that you are this flesh, then you're highly mistaken. When I started on the journey, I was about 6 years old. This was back in like 91. When I was first introduced to the Eastern philosophy such as yoga. It was like 1999. It was way before I could go on any YouTube and search any of this up, or even discuss it with anybody. It was so taboo. And now we're seeing more and more people waking up. The Kali Yuga is coming to an end. More and more people are waking up, man. Like a couple days ago, you know, the video surfaced of Jim Carrey, man, putting everything on blast. You know, for all of you that haven't seen the video and a mini interview at some red carpet event, go check it out. Jim Carrey, man, he, you know, everyone is starting to spill the beans, man. So back to the what if. I mean, you know, a lot of us will say, man, I don't, you know, this is real life. This is reality. I don't got time to be thinking about all this, you know, spiritual stuff and all this deep bullshit that you trying to tell me, man. Like, I gotta work, I gotta hustle, I gotta feed my kids. Why do you have to feed your kids and your family? Well, because I love my kids and our family. Well, do you? Do you really? I mean, think about it. If you yourself don't know what you are and who you are and what's good for you, how the F do you know what's good for your kids? But we love them. We love them. What is love? How do you define love? If you define love by feeding your kids with fast food and dead animals that will clog up their arteries and poison their body and feed and develop parasites in their young bodies, is that what you call love? If we are part of the process of further destroying this world, every time we turn the ignition of a car, every time we flip on the electricity switch to possibly leave a messed up world for our children to scramble and try to save themselves, to possibly our children not even having the air to breathe, is that love? I mean, what if? Let's not even say that's what it is. But what if everything you ever knew was a lie? What if the concept of love that you thought was real was only a representation of the chemicals given off from your falsely charged organs, your parasites, man? And you think is love? What if? I mean, it's so funny. The science keeps screaming and people keep thinking, oh, we gotta go AI and, you know, we have to stick with technology and, you know, we're so advanced. If we were so advanced, I mean, with all the technological theories and experiments that we still have going on, we are polluting our planet so bad that there is literally this debris not only in our atmosphere but outside of our atmosphere, out in the orbits, man. I mean, literally, man, it's disgusting. We are creating so much filth and we're being so parasitic to this planet that we might be even affecting our solar system and the planets nearer to us. So what if? Yeah, a lot of people will say this is a realm, this is a prison planet, this and that. But what if it's not? What if everything you were ever told, and even with this new age knowledge, is a lie? What if? What if everything you saw around you, every single instance and moment in your life matters and affects you so profoundly that greater affects everything else, not only around you, but in places that you don't see? What if the concept of love, the concept of hate, concept of money and wealth is all a big lie? What if the sole purpose is not to make money, but actually to resist your temptation of needing of money? I mean, imagine, a lot of us think, oh, well, you don't know poverty and this. Trust me, man. Most of you haven't seen the poverty I have seen. I come from a post-Soviet era time, where we were just left out there like, hey, here you go, here's your independence, now figure out what's gonna happen. A lot of you haven't seen, a house with no bathrooms, with no hot water, not even running water in the beginning. But that's not the point. The point is, think about how psychopathic we are, that we spend trillions of dollars on artillery and weaponry to find a better way to kill each other. Are we really that developed? Shouldn't we in the 21st century, in 2017, be looking at life from a completely different angle? Completely striving for bettering our greater self, bettering each other, realizing that we are all one. So what if we only got 2 more days left? What will you do? It reminds me of that song back in the day, Maze, DMX, The Locks. If you had 24 hours to live. That's a great song. So what if we only had not even 2 days, and your every single thought, your every single action, your every single emotion that you ever had led you to this moment, and was the cause collectively from all of us, was the cause of this moment, that we have degraded our parasitic selves to such an extent that God, nature, energy, super consciousness, whatever you want to call it, is like, hey man, we gotta try this again. You guys effed up way too much. We gotta try this again, man. Because the planet won't end. Our so-called uncivilized civilization will end. I mean, if you ask me, scientists are talking about that in the near future we're going to be able to reconstruct rainforests to be able to give us oxygen. Why the F? I mean, can you even imagine how psychopathic that sounds? Why the F would we want to destroy natural rainforests that give us natural oxygen to build a fake rainforest to give us fake oxygen? I mean, why? Let's kill, let's destroy just to have fake oxygen. Even if it was possible, man, you think it's going to be possible to power and supply oxygen for the whole world? I don't think so. But anyway, why would we want to be so destructively schizo, man, to do this to ourselves? So what if we had one chance left? What if tomorrow we would we could wake up and be the better versions of us, the gooder version of us, and really question what we are. What are we doing here? What is love really? How can I leave a better world for my kids? How can I give my kids true love? You know, I did a video called Meaning of Life According to You, and I went around asking a bunch of people what they thought was the meaning of life. And, you know, a lot of people answered love, and it really got me thinking. Do we really know what love is? Like I just explained. You know, is working a construction job or even owning a construction company that chops down trees, flattens out forests to build these, in the long run, contaminated areas that will shorten oxygen flow for our children. Is that really love? Is it love that we wake up and all we think about is the money, the paper? You know, the so-called elites, which are not even elites, that I explain in my other videos. You know, you think to them it's all about money. It's not. It's about exploitation. You know, the financial system is really not what we think. It's just scarcity. It's built purposely, a fake scarcity to keep us under control, to keep us running in this rat wheel, man. Constant running around, constant competition, constant survival mode instead of thriving mode. So what if God came down tomorrow, a day before the 23rd, and said, you guys got one more chance, but you gotta stop eating animals, stop torturing animals, stop killing everything that's living around you, and truly question what is the essence and the source of all of us. What is our God nature instead of our animalistic nature? Because that's what all the sciences and all the studies want us to think. They want us to think that we are the downgraded version of us. You know, have sex with as many people as you can. I mean, try that, man. Ask any porn star, man. I bet you there, below their belt, they had so much sex that they stink. They had so much sex that they, in a way, numb down there, and they can never get that feeling back again, man. It's like a drug. You're gonna keep chasing that first high. So what if, you know, it's like 3:30 in the morning. For all those souls and hearts out there that think that you're the only night owls out there all alone, remember, I'm with you. Prove to me that you're alive. Is with you. Nazarene is with you. I love all of you. Let's all ask ourselves, what if? What if? Who are we really? And what if in a couple of days, not even the 23rd, it's about to be the end, man. What if? What if we start thinking and treating our neighbor not as our neighbor, but think of your neighbor as you. Don't do unto them as you would do unto you, but really instill in your head that they are you, every time you do something wicked, you're doing something wicked to yourself. And everything's gonna affect this universal web. And again, and most importantly, this is for our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. Let's take the responsibility to leave them a better world. This was proof to me that you're alive. I love all of you. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, man. And we'll talk peace, love, unity, prosperity, and true wellness of your soul and heart. Prove to me that you're alive. Peace.